So now let's go ahead and take a look at the problem here. So it says factor 8x minus 24. So 8x minus 24, and just like that example was saying, is we need the greatest common factor, not greatest common multiple, greatest common factor. So I want to know what's the biggest number that can divide into both 8 and 24. Well, that would be 8, wouldn't it? 8 can divide into itself, 8 can divide into 24. So 8 divided by 8, and what I want to do is I want to take that greatest common factor and put it out in the front. So actually I'm going to change the color here. I'm going to make it blue. Why not? So there's my greatest common factor, and I'm going to take it out. I'm going to divide it away from each one. 8x divided by 8 is just x, because 8 divided by 8 is 1. Negative 24 divided by 8 is negative 3. So this is what it originally looked like. And we spent a couple of sections distributing these pieces where we'd say 8 times x, 8 times negative 3. Now we're just going backwards. We're taking it back out. We're factoring it away. So it means we're dividing it away instead of multiplying it in. So that's all. We just want to make sure that we find the greatest common factor and divide it out. And check. All right, next we'll go with red again. All right, so now it's actually asking me to factor it. I still have to find the greatest common factor of 4 and 10. So the GCF of 4 and 10 is going to be 2. They can both divide by 2, but nothing bigger. 4 can divide by 4, but 10 can't divide by 4. So now I have the greatest common factor of y cubed and y squared. So the GCF for these guys is going to be that smallest one here, because I can take y cubed from both. So my greatest common factor is 2y squared. And I'm going to divide that away from both pieces. So when I divide 4 by 2, I get 2. When I divide y cubed by y squared, remember that means we subtract. 3 minus 2 leaves me with just 1y. Plus 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then y squared divided by y squared, well, 2 minus 2 is 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1, so that means I don't have any y's left. So this is factored. So identifying those greatest common factors, it might take a second to write it out, but definitely helps you understand, this is the greatest of the pieces that we can pull out, or of the terms that we can take out of them or divide away from them, I guess is the best way to say that. Okay. Oh, that is the next one. Okay, so we have 16 and 28. So 16 and 28, and we're factoring again. It's actually an expression, so we're going to factor it. It's not just saying find the greatest common factor, but we still need to find it. So greatest common factor of the coefficients here is, let's see, 16. This can divide by 8, but 28 can't divide by 8. 16 can divide by 4, and 28 can divide by 4. Let's see, I think that might be it. Yep, 4. Because if I divide by 4, I get 4. If I divide by 4, I get 7. So I'll put that guy in blue for whatever reason, because I keep doing that. Blue. All right. So now I have w and w to the 8th power. So the GCF is going to be the smallest one, because that's all I can take. It's all that's available from both. Then I have x to the 4th and x to the 6th. So again, the GCF is going to be the smallest, which is x to the 4th. And then this also has a y, but only the 16 has the y to the 7th. So I can't take it at all. It has to be left behind. All right, so the GCF is going to be 4wx to the 4th power. And then we're going to divide it away from each piece. So, and I can even do it from right here, because I wrote most of the pieces. The one I do need to remember is y to the 7th, because I didn't write that over here on my other screen. So 16 divided by 4 is 4. W divided by w, well, that cancels. Any number divided by itself is 1. X to the 4th divided by x to the 4th also cancels out, because any number divided by itself is 1. So I'm left with just that y to the 7th. Minus 28 divided by 4 is 7. And w to the 8th divided by w, remember there's a 1 here, so that means 8 minus 1, which gives me 7. X to the 6th divided by x to the 4th, 6 minus 4 is 2. So remember, when you're dividing variables with exponents, as long as it's the same variable, you subtract the exponents. When we multiply variables with exponents, we add the exponents. So multiplication, addition, division, subtraction. So just kind of a review of that. Let's see. 4wx to the 4th power and 4y to the 7th power. I was almost going to type that funny. Minus 7w 7. The longest thing is just typing this in the right way, making sure I'm not messing up these variables and these exponents. All right, I hope I didn't miss anything there. Please check that oops, see, I left the parenthesis up there. They didn't like that. There we go. Check. All right.